There are so many games on Game Pass, and the waves just seem to keep coming and coming. But instead of drowning in all of it, allow me to throw you a lifesaver and help you give a quick glimpse into some games that might be worth your time. If you're interested in videos like this, check out the card in the corner. We've done a few, so be on the lookout for more lists like this one. And to kick it off, I'm going to start with one that a lot of folk have been leaving in the comments, and that is Scarlet Nexus. Set in a near alternate reality future, the world as we know it has been completely transformed and influenced after the discovery of a hormone in the human brain that grants people powers like psychokinesis. And of course, when a new wacky power is discovered, that also means there's loads of wacky bad stuff to come along with it. Like these monsters, or as they're known in the game, as others, which is that's a very polite way to name a menacing, scary thing. Anyways, they come and start a bunch of ruckus. And that's, of course, where you come in, because you're the good person. You take the role of one of two members from the other suppression force to suppress the others. Here's a new one, or, well, new to Game Pass at least. Aliens Fireteam Elite. It did come out earlier this year, but if you chose to sleep on the team-based xenomorph shooter, then well, now's your time to get a taste of that sweet old alien battery acid blood. Squad up with two friends, or AI, against hordes of over 20 enemy types. There's also 5 classes to choose from, like a gunner, demolisher, technician, doc, or recon. So suit up and get ready to hear the sounds of that sweet, sweet pulse rifle. With the announcement of Alan Wake 2, I am now given liberty to just kind of use anything as an excuse to talk about Alan Wake. So I'm putting Alan Wake American Nightmare on this list. It's an action spin-off of the first game, so unfortunately, if you haven't played the first, this one may not make a whole lot of sense to you, just as a heads up. And sadly, the first also isn't on Game Pass, but I highly recommend it if it floats your way. The remaster just came out, so, if you get it, just let them know that Kurt sent you. Anyway, in comparison to the first game, American Nightmare is more like a pulp comic book equivalent. It's like a popcorn follow-up, trading in most of the horror psychological thriller vibes for something more tongue-in-cheek and quirky, sprinkled with loads of dark humor. And in the case you have recently finished the remaster of Alan Wake, well, this continues to scratch that itch. This is also the perfect segue into Control. While I'm on this Alan Wake 2 high, I'm just gonna continue to urge you to play Remedy Entertainment games, so you should play Control 2. After all, it has DLC tying Alan Wake into the Remedy connected universe, and possibly hinting towards what's to come in its sequel. Control is a surrealistic action Metroidvania, and it is Remedy Entertainment completely unhinged with stylized brutalist architecture, incredible powers, exploration, world building, and spine-tingling storytelling that constantly subverted my expectations along the way. And I was basically obligated to mention this alongside Alan Wake, so yeah. Can't say the same for Quantum Break, however, which is also on Game Pass, and I don't have the same enthusiasm to share as Remedy's other games, but hey, for what it's worth, I actually had a lot of fun with Quantum Break. I just don't remember anything that happened in it. Deep Rock Galactic. I'm shouting this out thanks to a comment from Buckling Swashes. As the comment mentions, yeah, this one's kind of a Game Pass classic at this point. But, like a lot of games that are ever growing, like Sea of Thieves or No Man's Sky, it deserves to get a new and improved shout out every time it gets, new and improved. Just in October, Deep Rock Galactic, the 4-player co-op sci-fi shooter, got the Rival Incursion update. That's among the first major updates for the game to develop more of a narrative into the game. It's got new mission types, enemies, weapons, cosmetics, and all that stuff. In the ever-growing genre of simulation where it takes menial tasks that people seem to not enjoy doing in real life and then somehow gamifying them in a way that we all want to play them, we now have Lawn Mowing Simulator. For what it's worth, I don't actually have a lawn, which means I don't have a lawnmower to mow it, nor do I live in the British countryside, and this game features all of that. Which is actually a really compelling case to make something I normally would dread doing kind of enjoyable, considering I don't have any of it. Really, my only cultural connection to the British countryside is Midsummer Murders, and according to that show, neighbors just practically murder each other over who has a nicer lawn. So in a way, I can play this game and imagine like I'm the dude who mows the nice lawn of the prospective victim in the next episode. And that's cool, right? Anyways, it's a game where you mow lawns, as implied by its title, Lawn Mowing Simulator. Have you ever just laid awake deep into the night thinking what it would be like if David Cronenberg made Oregon Trail? Yeah, well, me neither, but we now know what that's like because Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator is basically that. It's a tycoon-style game, but for body horror. It's a fast-paced trading sim because organs are a hot commodity in this universe and they're going quick. You gotta compete with other traders, deal with the natural happenstance of organs leaking in cargo, or even exploding because that's a thing. All you gotta know is that this game is from the lead writer of Hypnospace Outlaw, which is also on Game Pass, and is also quite a unconventional and riveting experience to say the least. And here's something weird, if you're gaming on an Xbox One and just so happen to have your Kinect still, well, this game has Kinect functionality, so yeah, Kinect getting support in 2021 because why the fuck not? If you have Game Pass Ultimate, then you need to give It Takes Two a try, but as its name implies, it's a multiplayer game only. Thankfully, you only need one copy of the game in order to play with someone else. Additionally, if you're not playing couch co-op with someone and you're playing online, it still shares the player's view regardless, which is a really nice touch as the game requires constant communication. So seeing what your player is doing is pretty much vital to most of the game. It Takes Two is a masterclass in changing its mechanics up constantly, making sure the player never gets too comfortable, but equally shifts gears just as something starts to get a little boring. It also has some of the most creative level design I've played in all of 2021, probably right next to Psychonauts 2. It's a rom-com romp that'll test your skills as a player and possibly the relationship of whoever you're playing with. If you end up digging It Takes Two, make sure to give A Way Out a shot. It's the same developer, but it's more of a campy buddy prison breakout game. Code Vein. It's another game a few of you have mentioned in the comments, so here you go. It's a co-op action game that'll find you journeying to the depths of hell to understand who you are and escape a dire and crumbling world. Through this destroyed landscape, there's dudes with big collars and cool hair, using big swords and wearing sweet masks. Along the way, you'll fight big menacing monster things and drink blood in the process. Because in this world, you're a remnant, and remnants have to drink blood, or else they turn into big horrifying creatures known as the Lost, which are the exact things you're murdering. So that's it. Either you drink blood and you slay giant-ass monsters, or you don't drink blood, or you become the giant-ass monsters you have to slay. Not that that's a thing in the game, but that's what a remnant is. Or else you become a big monster. It's just a plot device, okay? Now, along with all those games I just listed off, as of today, Mortal Kombat 11, The Gunk, and Broken Age, among many, many others, were just added to Game Pass. Now, of those three, The Gunk is actually an entirely new title, so I have no idea what's going on there, but I'm excited to at least check it out, because why not? Okay, we're done. Hopefully that's enough to keep you afloat through this holiday season, or you can just ignore this list entirely and go back to playing Halo Infinite, or if you're me, Skyrim. And yes, just so no one calls me on the comments, Hades is on Game Pass too, so there'll be a lot of people there saying you should go play it, so why don't you just go and give it a shot? All right, there, I did my due diligence. Okay, till next time, see you later.